Okay, if you guys got a question, please raise your hand. Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, just checking on the progress of guys. Any guys that were not fully healthy. Where are you with those guys?
Yeah, Corey was a full participant today. It looked good. His team won a majority of the games, and we'll see how he feels after that. We did a lot of contact today, so we'll be interested to see. But he was a full go. Daquan and Jabari were both out again. Everyone else was available and active.
And how tough is that for you getting ready for the first game of the season, not to kind of know who's going to be available and preparing with the guys that you have, and you're still trying to get your rotations down?
Yeah, we're working on all those. We did a lot of scrimmaging today. We played different groups together, did different coverages depending on who was in. So we're just, a big part of the mindset for this whole season is going to be, we need everyone. If game to game, there's going to be people in and out, and everything's it's going to be a very difficult year as far as like trying to plan and prep and have that actually be what plays out. So we need everyone ready, and it'll be no different opening night.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, those different looks, those different looks that you're looking at with some of those rotation that you saw today in practice and things like that, does that go to the continuity you were speaking about yesterday, or is that more of kind of just these guys trying to build more familiarity with one another?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Some of it is for the continuity for sure. Some of it is as a coaching staff, we still want to see. We still want to see some things. For example, today we had Marvin at some 5 and some 4. We had him and Rashaan out there together again for some minutes. So some of it we just haven't been able to get enough sample size on yet. So we're still evaluating. But more importantly than that for right now is the players getting comfortable and familiar with each other and executing offensively and defensive coverages.
And then with Halliburton, obviously he hasn't. I mean, these rookies just kind of got thrown to the fire a little bit. I'm just curious to see just how comfortable he looks after just a few weeks, and also maybe something that just kind of stands out that maybe you didn't know about him that you do now.
Well, he's a very confident young man. So, everything I heard about him is great, but that's what you hear about somebody. And a lot of times that's not not the truth of what you get. But so far with him, it's been the reports we've got back on him during the scouting process have been right on. And he's a gamer. He loves to compete, loves to work, loves to be in the gym. He's got a great attitude that his teammates enjoy being around. He's got a good sense of humor. So for a young player that's kind of being thrown in, you got to give him a lot of credit for how he's handling all of this.
Team.
Hey, Luke, when it comes to the two bigs that you're running with Rashaan and Marvin, is there an issue there with the fact that neither one of them are perimeter shooters, and you add into the fact that DeAaron hasn't really found his stroke from long range?
Yeah, part of the offense has been that some of the spacing hasn't been at where we want it, but we do, for where we're going, we're going to need DeAaron and Marvin to both be able to shoot the ball at some point, and we feel confident that they can and that they will. Even you look back to that last preseason game we played, and it wasn't always pretty, but we finished with 29 points at the end of the first. That's on pace to score a lot of points in a game there. So there's definitely some give and take with what we're trying to see if it can work. And some of the good is Marvin had some nice offensive rebounds playing at the 4. He's got smaller guys on him. He got to the front of the rim a couple times. And then obviously you lose some of that spacing when you go with that 4 and 5 out there. But we're looking at everything. Again, it's been a short evaluation time that we're juggling some of this stuff, but overall, again, I look back at the preseason games, and I was very pleased with the overall effort and the way that the guys played.
And lastly, we got updates yesterday that you guys did waive Frank Kaminsky and that Glenn Robinson was going to make the team. But what about Chimezie and Metu? We haven't really seen anything on what you guys did to sort of finish up the roster.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where all that is. I know that Metu he's been good. He's been impressed. As I talk to the front office, I give my opinions and my thoughts on the players, and I think Metu's had a very good camp as well, and he's a very talented young player. But I'm not quite sure where all that is right now. I do know that with where we're at as a team, Glenn has definitely earned the trust of the staff, and it sure looks like he's ready to play right now if we need him.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke. You look at last year, you were able to use Harrison at the 4 some, and I know you couldn't get in deep as you wanted to with that, just with the injuries. Just how does that look right now? And with having Marvin healthy, does that change how much you can go to that?
Well, I think Harrison is a matchup problem for other teams, whether he's at the 3 or the 4. So we like playing him at both positions. Right now with where it's at with using Marvin more in those first 2 games as a 4-man and letting Hassan and Rashaan kind of get those 5-man minutes, that's going to kind of limit the opportunities for Harrison at the 4. Because we still have Belly then. But if we change things up or we move things around, Harrison knows both parts of the offense, so he'll be ready to play either one.
And are you looking at those 3 guard lineups too, and how that can play a factor into where you move him around to?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. We're looking at the idea of being able to play, mainly Fox, Buddy, and a 3rd guard, whether it's Tyrese, Corey, Kyle. And that could, again, push Harrison to the 4, or that could be, Belly at the 4 and Hassan kind of cleaning up the paint for us with that group. That's probably a little smaller than you would like. But, we're looking at all those different options as well.
Jason Emerson.
Hey, Luke. With Marvin, he this year, it seems like a big year in terms of both his development and also the organization's evaluation of him, for the future. What would you agree with that kind of assessment? And what would you be hoping to see over the course of the year from him? And I guess also related to that, has he done anything to make your decision for you yet in terms of starting role or backup to begin the season?
Yeah, he's been good in camp since we got him back. And, me and him had a very open conversation about it as far as what I need him to do and the way we need him to play. And so far he's been doing all of that. The biggest thing for him, like I've said, is just getting reps and being on the court and playing, whether it's in scrimmages and practice and 3-on-3 drills, live action in games. He needs to continue to get as much as that as possible. So we understand that, and we're going to look to get those opportunities for him. But we also have, we're also looking to do everything we can to win ball games. So as the development and the comfort level is getting better and bigger, the balance of where that all falls will, as a whole, will rise too. So we're looking at it. Marvin has done what we've asked him to do, and is continuing to get better, in my opinion.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about Fox as well. We talked to him yesterday. He's obviously struggled with that perimeter shooting a little bit so far. And I noticed in the past when he's short, kind of front rims a lot of stuff. He mentioned that his legs, maybe it sometimes when he's getting his legs back under him, that is a factor. I'm wondering if you think that's part of it, and if you've had any other thoughts as you've kind of assessed that over the last few days.
Yeah, Fox is going to be fine. He's going to be good. Those shots are going to start dropping. Like I said, he's been in here all summer working, and I've never seen someone work and have the results not pay off. So once a couple drop, I feel confident that that'll we won't even be talking about this anymore. But as long as he keeps working, he'll be fine.
Yeah, Coach Walton, I just want to ask Buddy Hield what type of presence he's been on and off the court. Is he trying to assume any type of leadership skills, especially with the younger players? How's he reacting to that? And have you noticed anything different, from the start of training camp with him, other than just his defense? We understand he's, making an effort to improve on that, but has he did anything different since training camp that stands out to you as well?
Done anything different during training, like this year to last year, you're saying?
Yes.
No, I mean, coming into training camp last year, Buddy's got a ton of energy, and he's out there competing. He's got a lot to say. But I do think his overall play this year has been much more focused on what we're trying to get done. I think he's he has a better understanding of our terminology, our offensive concepts, our defensive concepts, and he's out there, really trying to push himself and push teammates to do things right and to get better. And I give him credit. He's had a good preseason so far.
And once again, has he been trying to convey or express any type of leadership skills on or off the court with the younger guys?
Yeah, he was out there when I just came in. He's been playing one-on-one with them for the last 30 minutes since practice ended. So, to me, that's how you take young guys under your wing. You get out there on the court and work and play with them, work with them, beat them. And then, that kind of starts to build a bond, and it makes young guys feel part of.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.